Hello everybody, I'm Pagan Kell and I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. Today I'd like to talk about something that's really dear to me, the difference between capitalism and socialism. Now, before anybody comes in here and says, oh, you're in Germany, that's not a socialist government, you're right. From the get-go, I do not see a capitalist government or a socialist government anywhere. I see a social society as opposed to a capitalistic society. What are the differences? And what I'm going to be talking about in the next couple of videos is how do those differences affect me? I'm a poor man compared. I live fine. I live well, but I'm no Scaramucci. I'm not a Trump. I never will be. Normal bills, a normal big bill, able to knock my whole family off the pedestal. Typical. Okay? So how does it affect me? How does it affect my family? How did it affect everybody growing up? I raised my children partly in America and partly in Germany. I've got a lot to tell you about the differences. Real differences. Now, why now? Well, that's part of the reason I started this channel, because I wanted to put it out there. Socialism. Everybody yells about socialism, but nobody really understands what it is. I live in a social society, and I'm going to take the next couple videos and try to show that to you, explain to you the differences and really how good it is for the little guy. Whether you're alone, whether you're married with no children, starting to get old, whether you're starting out with no children, whether you've got a bunch of kids, whether there are some coming. It's a social democracy here. I am of the opinion that America should take a look at what's happening in Europe and start adopting some of their policies. So, the main difference between capitalism and socialism is money. There is no way to say this except to say it. Capitalism, without any controls, is inhumane, or taken to its extreme, as it was done under Trump. It could get worse, but slavery. Slavery is okay under capitalism. Capitalism's leading tenet is make a profit. This is not the leading tenet of socialism, only capitalism. Now, a functional social society does not stop capitalism. What they do is, instead of having the focus on make profit, it's help people. Profit is needed. Some of these people want to make a profit. They should be able to. Please do. Make jobs for people. Nobody says you can stop working just because you're in a social society. All a social society says at heart is, if something happens on your way through life and it knocks you down, the rest of the people around you are going to help you get back up. But you got to get back up if you can. That's the premise. Who would be against that? Well, the people that own large medical insurance companies are against that. The people on Wall Street are really against that. The people who run payday lenders are against that. Those people who would really convince you that it's okay for grandma and grandpa to die because they are adversely affecting your ability to earn money, they're against that. Texas is a wonderful example, and I have got to mention it here. The power almost never goes out here. Come cold weather, hot weather, whatever, it's not done. For the simple fact that these people, back after World War II, when they were rebuilding everything, they put all the power lines underground in really nice, orderly concrete tunnels that they can access at need. I don't have power lines to look at. I don't. They don't exist here. There are for heavy voltage transmission across the countryside. Now those are still there. But what does that mean in this social state? It means industry doesn't close down because there is a snowstorm or a tornado, not because of a lack of power, water, heat. That's social. Yes, please come open up a factory. We'd love you to. But you will treat your workers right. You will make a profit. But part of that profit is going to go back into paying for all the things, the roads, the electricity, and so forth and so on, that allow you to make that profit. It's fair, right? It's just fair. And business people here, the ones who've grown up with this social society, they get it. They don't like it. They've got greedy people here too, just like everywhere. But the state steps in and says, this is a must. Now, in the coming videos, I will get into more detail, I promise. For me, as a mechanic, one of the biggest things I noticed is when I graduated my vocational education in America, to be able to get a job, I had to go take a loan for tools. I took out about $6,000 in loans for tools so I could apply for a job, because without tools in America, you're not working. You can't get on that capitalist treadmill. See? In this country, and I don't know how other countries around Germany do it, but here, there's a law. If a tool is needed for that job, the employer must provide it. This includes coveralls, personal protective equipment, steel-toe boots. I could literally take a job tomorrow as a mechanic and show up in my blue jeans and a t-shirt, and I'm ready to go to work as far as they're concerned, because they're going to give me protective clothing, a coverall, the shoes, any masks I might need, and they're going to give me a tool set. I will sign for them. I will use them for the tenure at that company. And this is every company in this country must do that. It is law. It went so far, I actually went to work for a German guy, and I asked him, hey, I have some tools I really like to use, my own. Can I bring them to work? He said, no. I would prefer that all my mechanics use the same tools. And that's all there was to it. I did not have to buy a toolbox. I did not have to buy torque wrenches, none of that, because that's social. Social says, hey, let's not make it difficult for a person to get into work. It works. It works really well. So that's just this whole worry right there that the normal mom and pop don't have when they go to work. Do I have tools to work with? That's on your employer. Like I said, there's a lot to say. We're going to get into it, I promise you. Healthcare. Oh man, I try to keep these around 10 minutes, but when I start going on healthcare, the differences between Rockford, Illinois and here in Germany, oh, oh, you won't believe me. You're going to think I'm telling you stories. But I will tell you again, why am I doing this? Because I think it's necessary. I have the experiences. I hope a person you can relate to. This is what I see. This is why, America, you need to rethink your policies. You, as a people, can you imagine a place where not only is there not a payday lender, there isn't one needed? Think about the change that would be for America. Think about a federal system where everybody gets food. Think about it. Think about it. And they do it in a dignified way. That's got to be said. You know, there's no real reason to make poor people feel bad unless you're trying to convince people to get on that bandwagon. Everybody wants to be a trillionaire now. Millionaire is so passé. That's yesterday, right? No. So make the poor people, they're bad. Oh, make jokes about them. Take their dignity away. That's just wrong. America, it's not who we should be. How about helping those people? That's socialism. That is socialism. I'll get into college and debt and free college, tuition free university, and what that means for a young person, because I didn't have that. There was no way, no way now. There was not happening, but it could happen. Why can it not happen? I'm going to put it to you in this video, and I'm going to try to prove it. It's not happening because a very small percentage of our population makes a very large amount of money off of it not happening. From climate change, Texas, taxes, Iowa. Did you see Iowa? Republicans, they were in there for a long time. They dropped taxes down to nothing, but they also had to close schools. Firefighters couldn't go out. Roads became dirt paths, you know, because it's stupid. Can you even do math? Hello, if you want the nice things like public transportation, schools, and roads, roads I might also add that are free of snow because your community can afford a snowplow, then you've got to pay taxes. Don't let greed get in the way. And that's exactly what's been happening. It is greed that stops socialism from coming to America. And I'm here to talk against that. I've been talking for a very long time. Thank you for listening. Please come back. I've got a lot more to say. Remember, in the end, we're one world. We are one people. We need to start acting that way. And we need to help each other. That's what socialism does. It helps out the little guy and the rich guy. Everybody needs rules. So that's it for today. Thank you again. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye now.